So every spring we're talking about detoxing your horse's kidney and liver and deworming them. And this year what we did is put it into a spring bundle or spring maintenance bundle. And the reason for it, and I want to kind of go through this with you today so you understand the total value of this, because it's so important. If this is honestly the only thing that you ever did for your horse of silver linings throughout the entire year, your horse would have so much value, something that we're really passionate about here. So let's kind of break it down. You know, a lot of us know why we deworm our horses, especially in the springtime. And that's why we have our 13 herbal wormer here to do that. What's unique about our herbal wormer is what we're trying to do is make it a non-conducive environment so the worms, parasites, and protozoa simply want to leave the body. We do that over a 10-day period, 10 consecutive days, so that way we can interrupt the egg-laying cycle. When we do that, then we can evacuate those parasites in a safe way out of the body. You know, the best analogy that I have to describe that is if I had a junk pile full of rats and mice in there, I'm not going in there and just being species specific to the rats or just the mice. What I'm doing is actually getting rid of the junk pile. The rats and mice will leave on their own. So super great product to do that. Natural, effective, no harmful chemicals. So I know you'll like that. I know your horse will really appreciate that. And then going into the spring maintenance with the liver support and the kidney support. So these are the two biggest filtering organs of your horse. And in today's domesticated world, they get so much abuse. So you think about the liver, we think about everything that goes in and around the body. Wow, that's a lot of stuff, right? So I mean, we're talking about everything from air pollutants to detergents to fly sprays, vaccinations, dewormers, you know, the neighbor spraying their crops and having that mist come into your pens, you know, what the farmer's treating your hay with, all those kind of things is having to be dealt with by the liver. And of course, there's more toxins today than there ever was. And so, you know, the horse really gets nothing in their diet today that really supports their liver the way that they really should. So it's so important to be doing the liver support in the spring. And I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper on that after I kind of give you a summary of what the kidney support is. So again, kidneys is a huge important filtering organ of the body. This is like what I envision as like filtering all the excess vitamins and minerals out of the body. Of course, again, domesticated horse gets a concentrated diet. So think about your horse that might be just getting orchard grass and alfalfa. That's super concentrated. And so we're getting a lot of excesses in their body, and that's the kidney's job to get that out. However, because it's so concentrated, they're not getting the extra micronutrients to help support normal kidney function. And so that's why we start to see like stocking up, tying up, thick urine, loose stool, all those kind of things. So it's important to be doing that as well. So why in the spring? Why are we doing it right now? Well, just naturally, this is how the vegetation is created to support our horses at this time of year. Dandelion is the very best example of that. So think about your horse. Last time you led your horse by a yellow dandelion, he jerked your arm off to bend down and get that because it's ripe, it's in season, his intuition is telling him that he needs that, and it's right, he does need that. So dandelion is one of the best liver, kidney, blood purifying herbs there is. And I don't care whose horse it is, they're not getting enough dandelion in their diet. Even if you look across your pasture, your field, and you feel like there's so many dandelions out there, they're still not getting enough. And then again, with our concentrated diet, the environments that our horses are living in, they're not getting enough. So it's super important to be doing that for our horses. So the thing about the dandelion as well, we also call it a weed, right? So the farmer doesn't want it to grow in his hay field because it is a weed. So what does the farmer do? He sprays an herbicide in there to kill the dandelion. So not only now that the liver has to deal with an herbicide, it doesn't get the plant in it to help nourish the liver for normal liver function. So what I'm saying here is horses, unfortunately, are a victim of their environment today. We need to make sure we get a variety of nutrition in there to support normal function of the detoxification system. Detox is not a fad. It's been going on since all time. That's just what the body's designed to do. That's what the kidneys are designed to. That's what the liver is designed to. And just because of being nutritionally starved, because the micronutrients level isn't there anymore. We need to make sure we're supplementing that for our horses. So what we suggest here at Silver Lining Herbs is for you to do 60 days of the kidney support and liver support if you've never done it before. If this is something that you're reoccurring, this is part of your program, 30 days is sufficient. And then do 10 days of the dewormer whenever you need to deworm. We have a chart that makes recommendations of best practice dates to do it. Leading up to the full moon is what we suggest. So we'd be happy to answer those questions for you, or you can click on the website and find those schedules for you as well. But again, kidney and liver, 60 days in the spring, deworming in the spring as well, and you'll do more for your horse than you ever thought you could.